how does one find their niche, or how do they implement it on social? Like, how does one know this is what I want to be, or this is what I want to do?
The question isn't how does one find their niche. The question is, how does one find that piece of content that they can comfortably shoot in front of the camera? Because your niche is basically what makes you go viral. And that niche only works once you're selling to your audience. And for you to be able to sell to your audience, you need to be able to create that genuine, authentic look. And that's only possible if you're doing something that is true to you.
So everything's about authenticity on social.
When you especially with TikTok, because the algorithm is competing with every single other video out there for you, you really don't have that much of a chance to fake it to make it.
True.
You have to be honest and you have to be true with what you're saying, because the second you lie about something, people are going to start going very brutal with you in the comment section.
True, I've seen that. And TikTok is a tough audience.
Yeah.
They don't let you survive unless you have a thick skin.
So that's the app, right? That's the whole purpose of the app. Make the most addictive piece of content so that people are stuck to this app. And how do you do that? You give the real deal. You give the real stuff. And so every single day, that is getting tougher and tougher because more and more people are trying to do that.
But TikTok stories didn't pick up as much compared to how Insta stories picked up, where people could share a part of their day-to-day life every single day.
When TikTok stories came out, I knew there and then. Now, don't take my advice for it, but like, it's not going to have that same impact. Maybe it will in the future, maybe it won't, who knows? But I like to believe that if you have, I don't know, a knife, there's so many types of knives. A knife to cut with your food, a butcher's knife, and then a butter knife.
Right.
Now, similarly in social media, you have TikTok, which is very good for short form content. You have Instagram, which was supposed to stay a photograph/video app, but then now they're trying to do what TikTok is doing.
They would have died otherwise.
I mean, maybe they were just not innovative enough and couldn't evolve in the right space. And then you have Snapchat, who should have stayed as the Stories app, but now even they're trying to do what TikTok is doing with Spotlight. YouTube, which should have stayed a long-form content app, but now they're also trying to do what TikTok is doing. And that causes a lot of chaos. And for us, we end up thinking, maybe we should do it on all platforms. I like to look at it as, if YouTube is for long format, put your long format content there. If Snapchat is for stories, put your stories there. That doesn't mean you don't put your stories on Instagram or TikTok, but focus on those platforms for what they're built for, rather than dumping content.
But I didn't know Snapchat would take Reels now.
Snapchat has Spotlight on it.
Okay, so you can upload Reels.
Yes, and they're actually paying creators in the GCC to post content there so that it picks up. Very sad approach.
I think TikTok's taking over pretty much all the applications at the moment.
It has. It's way past that. It's created a culture that no other app could.
Interesting. Do you think it's important for people to manage their social media by themselves or hire a professional?
I think 110% you need to know what you're getting into. So manage is later, but before you manage, you need to educate yourself about social media. A lot of the times people, like clients that I speak to, come to me and they go like, okay, I want to start doing this. What's the budget? Let's negotiate on it and start. And they don't even know what they're getting into. You're not going to buy a car if you don't know about the car.
For sure.
And if people do that, I don't know how that ends up for them. Like, I'm sure that if you're getting yourself into a property, you want to know what type of property you're getting into.
Okay, all of it.
Similarly in social media, half of the times people are starting to do social media and they don't even know why they're making these pieces of content or why they're spending so much money on it. You need to know what is your objective. You need to know what is the outcome of working with certain platforms and what to expect. And then comes the know-how of creating content, which, by the way, can be done by yourself. And I'm sure Zoheb can testify to this, because it is not rocket science. It's as simple as opening the app and posting content, but it's just people have made it complicated.
And I don't even think it's too much to do with how it is shot and what equipment you use. I have seen horizontal videos and vertical videos perform just the same, as long as that piece of content was interesting.
Basically.
To a certain type of audience, for whoever it was made